on social media, there's been a lot of leaders kind of bleeding in public. What are your thoughts as someone who is a leader we should navigate when we see leaders doing that?
Most people that are bleeding in public that I see in any form of leadership of any sector, ain't nobody checking them. They don't feel they can be checked because I'm me. What you gonna do? You don't want to hang out? I'll find somebody else that'll hang out with me. You don't want to agree with me? I'll find somebody else who will idolize and agree with me. You don't want to do what I say? I'll find somebody else to do what I say. Even when it's not morally standing or if it's unfair. And so I think a lot of people in leadership who are bleeding in public, somewhere in there was either a poor decision being made, and you don't have somebody that can help to guide you and help you to restore yourself in a healthy way, or you have been hurt by somebody and you don't have somebody on your team to help mend you through whatever that issue is. And as a result, you start to fall apart publicly. And that fall apart is not going to be treated as delicately and kind by people who in a moment will cancel you or change your mind because you finally did something that they don't agree with, or you made a misstep in life. Even if I'm in a leadership position, I'm still a student to someone and something. The moment a leader gets so high and mighty, so much reverence, so much space that they believe they can't learn or be corrected by another or a certain situation, is when the ego will overtake and a downward spiral can happen. I do see a lot of leaders, whether they're thought leaders, whether they're social leaders, whether they're leading in entertainment, who get to a point in life where, as a public figure, what they're suffering through is for everybody to see. But I do think it's important for us to remember when you're in that high level visibility so much that we actually have to take a certain type of responsibility and make sure that we're being covered and guided by people in a wise counsel that can check us. That doesn't mean that we have to tiptoe. That doesn't mean that we're not allowed to make mistakes. But if we're bleeding publicly, that means we also need some mending from those wounds. And we have to put trusted people in place to teach us and guide us to either help us avoid those injuries that we have, even if they're self-inflicted, or to repair ourselves after those injuries. So I would recommend, and as I minister to people, I'm ministering to myself, to always keep a wise counsel so that whether unexpected challenges, poor decisions happen, you have somebody to help you stand corrected gracefully so that you can guide your way back. Because you're not your mistake. But if you don't know how to handle your mistakes when they happen in leadership, that's what people will define you by. Yeah.